Is the Marienburg land ship any good? Rather than a straight yes or no, let me first explain the ship. This is essentially a cross between a war wagon and a steam tank, a single entity far larger than a wagon with a cannon mounted on the bow. It also has 360-degree firing from onboard handgunners, hence being like an upsized war wagon. It has the health of a bone giant, and can temporarily accelerate like an armed demon to flatten infantry and get itself out of trouble. It also explodes upon defeat. Point is, in normal melee combat it's pretty bad, hence like a war wagon. Recruited for 1800 gold and 450 upkeep, on Ultra you get a 12,630 health ship. Armor is 90, leadership is set to unbreakable 100. Speed is 55, which is shockingly fast honestly. Charge speed 84. Melee attack starts at 24. An attack interval of 3.8 means a little less downtime between animations. Splash target size is large, so like troll sized, and max targets actually damaged is limited to 4. Melee defense starts at 18, hence my war wagon comparison. Weapon strength is listed as 240, of which 70 is base and 170 armor piercing, with a bonus versus infantry of 10. That is, even left on its own in the worst situation, bogged down in melee, it'll still do okay against infantry. Where it resembles a steam tank is that charge bonus is 80 and mass is 5,000. 24 plus 80 means 104 out of the box, and that has to be taken seriously. For the primary range, ammunition is a generous 50, range is 340, missile damage is officially 405, and because reload time is 10, that average figure is accurate. Damage is base 75 and armor piercing 330. Total accuracy is given as 63, a very high number, and calibration distance is 275, very reasonable, but the base calibration area is 8, so it's hard to rely on for pinpoint attacks. The larger crew must provide some fringe benefits here for reload. Penetration cap is very large and max target span is 9 in addition to the initial 1 hit, but the angle may not always be conducive to that. Unfortunately, I don't have solid stats for the secondary handgun of fire, but it's there, it's constant, if within range, and it's a lot better than the token stuff you get from certain lizardmen dinosaurs and an arachnarok spider. This is the trade-off for the weak melee stats absent the charge. Aside from its tendency to explode when the ship reaches 0 HP, being a siege attacker, having the fire whilst moving attribute, and apparently that's for the primary weapon, not just the 360-degree handgunners, the unit causes fear, not terror, and has the full power buff. In this version, 28 seconds duration, 90 seconds cooldown, minus 70% turn speed, plus 50% mass, so effectively 7500 mass or 9000 with the tech I'll describe a few paragraphs hence, plus 100% speed, and plus 200% acceleration. I've heard this term to be a panic button, and that's one way for you to do it, but if you treat this like an armed demon surfing across a line of infantry, the carnage could be epic. This unit, new to patch 5.0, uses Mighty Forge in the Redline skills, benefiting from a maximum reload time reduction of 8% and ward save 15%, and this applies to War Wagons too, though I didn't dwell on that in my 5.0 comparison video. Laughing off 15% of all damage is very nice. Artillery Master grants rank 7 veteran crews plus 20% ammunition, plus 12% missile strength, and another 10% reload time reduction. Benefits you should feel in action. In the tech tree, war wagons are left behind in the section devoted to war machines, such as the steam tank and Luminarch. Here, only 2 of the war machine techs apply. The end one, Pinnacle of the Empire, grants encourage to land ships and reduces local recruitment time by 1 turn. That's nice, but for a unit you can get at tier 4 building level, it's the first tech that you need to know about, and the only other one that applies. Improved Piston Technology grants plus 15% speed, plus 20% mass, so 5,000 to 6,000, and charge bonus plus 20 flat for land ships. That means charge bonus 100 at 6,000 mass, and a higher speed too. That makes your full power even more power. What's not to love? As for how you use the land ship, it's honestly surprisingly useless parked as a self-propelled howitzer. The land ship needs to be used in a mobile fashion to get anything really useful out of it. Conversely, it's not that much slower than the war wagons in their base version, at least now. Beyond lords, especially griffin-mounted lords, the Empire is really short on single entities that can dominate an area rather than just plug a hole, and the Luminarch is no one's idea of a bruiser. The land ship is a compromise and middle ground that nonetheless has the hit points of a bone giant with 360-degree fire, decent speed, and has everything required to tower over the no man's land, the virtual sea, separating you from your opponent. In other words, the land ship can navigate the battle with your friendly gun lines, cleaning enemies off of it. And in recent versions, troops are pretty good about not totally murdering your own side, but also not completely shying from taking shots where appropriate. You can get into action, engage, and then disengage, and good luck stopping a ship with 5,000 mass from pulling out. It's not impossible, but the ship tends to have right of way, and well, full power is there for a reason. And beyond that, you can do everything you could have tried using a steam tank, such as blobbing opponents and dropping a comet and making the battlefield very, very clean. You can send Flamestorm in. You can have lots of options like this. Having said that, the land ship is ultimately a supporting arm, and while it can shine in certain situations, it can't outfight 3 units of Cryptars wailing on it without a lot of help. It's there to make the rest of your army better, but from the middle of the evolving fight, not the back. Key weaknesses. 90 armor means nothing to Dark Shots. There is no missile block chance, and if you're not using a Jade Wizard, good luck getting any of that health back mid-battle. Also, as mentioned, it's just not impressive in melee. A Feral Carnosaur or a Bloodthirster will rip it to pieces. Your bet is that the land ship will last long enough to wear the opponent down and disrupt, distort, and discourage the other side enough for you to win the day. It may not be all smooth sailing, but I'm confident you'll appreciate a Tier 4 blend of War Wagon and Steam Tank to tide you over until you can create the Warhammer Fantasy version of Blitzkrieg. Take care, and have fun sailing the 7 continents!